Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 1 in Financial Crimes 2. This is Professor Dunaway. I apologize in advance if the audio is a bit weird. I've been having some issues with my headset. I think I fixed it, but if there's any crackling, I'm hoping that it doesn't last long or that it goes away completely. Anyway, welcome to week 1. I'm going to be your course manager for this class. I've looked at the student list and it looks like there's some returning students from Financial Crimes 1 and some new students, so welcome to you all. I look forward to working with you in this class. I hope you're all having a good Labor Day weekend. I am posting this on Sunday the 2nd, so hopefully you're all able to get some relaxation in or have some fun with family and friends over this long weekend. Since this is the first week, with those of you who are used to the new format, this will be a bit repetitious on some of this. For those of you that are new, I'm just going to kind of walk you through how everything's laid out, what you need to kind of look for, and how to sort of navigate around if you're unsure. Best thing to do is to start with modules. So once you click into the course, you'll see on the left side here, announcements, modules, discussions, and this is where, by the way, the announcements is where these video announcements will be displayed each week. Be sure that you do watch these. I know sometimes it just can be a repetition of what's already gone on, but I will use these announcements to discuss any important changes to maybe the live sessions, to the course, any important announcements at all. So you want to make sure that you do listen to these weekly. They won't take up much of your time. I try to just make them short and sweet and get through the main important points. So please be sure, it is a requirement that you listen to these, so please be sure you do, in case something, so you don't miss anything, because if you do, you are still responsible for whatever you missed. So if for some reason there's a change in something or we add something, and I announce it here and you miss it, you are still responsible for it, since I will discuss that in these videos. Okay, so now starting. So you want to start again with the modules. If you click on modules, you'll get this list here. You'll see it discusses weekly office hours. These are optional. If you click on the schedule, you'll see that it takes, my internet has just been horrible. So first 4 weeks are with Dr. Monroe on Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. And then the last 4 weeks are with me on Tuesday evenings at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So again, these are optional. If you want to stop in, ask questions, say hi, we will be there as scheduled. And then you will click on this link here to join the weekly office hours. Then if you scroll down, you'll see fall term dates. So that's just the dates of this term if you see when it begins and ends. The syllabus is located here for this course. There's a video here that Dr. Monroe put together, Introduction to Financial Crimes 1. I suggest you take a look at that. So again, read the syllabus, watch this video, and then some bios of both Dr. Monroe and myself are located here as well. All right, so that's just kind of the general intro stuff. So from this section, you want to make sure that you look at the syllabus and that you watch this introduction video. So if you then go back and you click on the discussion forum, I'll discuss the actual graded portion in a minute, but for this week, we would like you just to pay attention to a couple things. So this top thing here, ask your peers, ask your instructor. This is if you have a general question that you think might apply to more than just yourself, you could post that here, and maybe other students have an answer, or Dr. Monroe or myself will see that and post. Community forum, here we will ask you to post your social bio. In this course, being that there's people that come from all different geographical locations, backgrounds, areas of expertise, It's a great way to get to know each other outside of the class material. So we encourage everybody to post some information about yourself here so that you can get to know each other. I know some of you have been in class together before, but again, there are some new faces. So please post your social bio there this week. And again, I'll come back to the actual graded portion of that in a minute. So as I mentioned, these videos are posted weekly. I will usually try to post them over the weekend or by Monday at the latest, depending on my weekend. And if something does come up, then I will maybe shoot you a typed posted announcement letting you know when the video will be posted. But these are posted weekly. I will again discuss where we've been. So the previous week, I'll discuss where we are the current week and then where we'll be going the next week. I will also, as I mentioned, discuss important information and any reminders, such as reminders about the assignments and things like that. So I encourage you again to take a listen or take a look at these videos on a weekly basis. The next important things, I know everyone's always concerned about what am I graded on. So in this course, you're graded on two things. You're graded on the discussion forum and you're graded on assignments. So I'm still in the discussion forum here. So you'll see that it's broken down 8 weeks of discussion forum questions. Each week you can receive a maximum of 25 points. So for a total of 200 points for all of your discussion posts. There'll be an initial prompt. So I will just click into week 1 for a moment. If my computer will load properly. So as it's loading, for each week, you'll have an initial post where you'll respond to the prompt that is posted. And then you will also then post comments. So here, week 1, initial post is after reviewing the syllabus, what are some of the topics that you are excited about learning? Do you have any questions about the course? So here you'll post and this is of course a general topic throughout the course. It'll be more subject specific of what we're learning. Since this is week 1, it's again a very general course related question. So then you'll post replies or your reply to that post by Wednesday evening at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. And then you will, after that, post to other students. Either you want to comment on what they've posted, or if they've replied to you, you want to comment back. What we're trying to do here is get a discussion going among you all. So you want to be sure that you're, looking at both the people that have commented on your post and respond back, or again, go to somebody else's post and respond back. Those comments are due by Sunday evening each week by 11:59 Pacific time. And there are no extensions for the discussion forum. So if you're late, you're late. You will lose some points. If you are late, you want to just post as soon as possible, because if you're only, a couple days late, you'll still get some points. So make sure that you kind of keep on top of this. Again, it is worth 25 points each week. What else do I want to say about that? And just again, you need to have substantive posts. You can't just say, Joe, I agree with you. Joe, great post. Joe, I think you're on the right track. You need to actually use course materials. You need to further the discussion in some way, ask a question maybe, pose another thought, go into depth about why you agree with them. So you will not receive full points if you're only saying, I agree with you, great post. I think along those same lines as you, whatever it may be, you will not get full points. So they need to be some, substantive, using the course materials, using citations when necessary. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. But again, that is worth 25 points each week, so 200 points for the term. And then the other portion of your grade will be the assignments. So there are 3 assignments for a total of 800 points. They are due after week 3. So if you scroll down, you'll see benchmark 1 at the end of week 3, week 6. Is it week? oh wait, here we go, week 5, sorry. So week 3, week 5, benchmark 2, and then benchmark 3 is at the end of week 8, so the end of the course. Benchmark 1 is worth 250 points, benchmark 2 is 250, and benchmark 3 is 300. So we'll discuss that more as they near, but just so you know that that's the other portion of your grade. You are allowed extensions for the first 2 assignments, but not the third. And I suggest you review the syllabus for the extension policy, but just overall, if you need an extension, you must let me know prior to the due date of the assignment. So they're due Sundays. So you need to let me know by at least Saturday if you are going to need an extension. Shoot me an email requesting it, and then I will get back to you stating that you can have a 7-day extension for the assignment. Again, that's only for the first 2 assignments, not for the third assignment. And again, that is spelled out in the syllabus. All right, so I went over office hours, grades. Let's see what else we have. So I guess we'll just kind of dive in now to the course. So for week 1, you'll see here it's an introduction and overview of the course. Each week there are learning objectives listed, so you want to make sure, and I always suggest this, and probably students that have had me before are sick of me talking about it, but I think it's just a good way to kind of gauge where you're at. So I always suggest reading them both at the beginning of the week and at the end. So at the beginning of the week, you'll kind of know what you need to take out of the materials, and then at the end you can kind of go back to make sure that you think you're in a good place. So for this week, week 1, the 4 objectives: define and discuss the definitions of money laundering, fraud, computer crime, and identity crime, along with the 3 stages of money laundering. You also should be able to analyze the domestic and international responses to money laundering, the techniques of AML compliance, and the issue of the effectiveness of AML regimes. Number 3, discuss the nature and issues of both computer and identity crimes and responses. And 4, evaluate the importance of creating an internal financial intelligence unit within a financial institution. So again, each week you want to just make sure that you read those over, and then at the end do the same. Week 1, week 1 reading this week. And usually the reading will be posted either like this, where they're all in one spot, or then broken down by the different pieces of reading material. Here we want you to take a look at these 3 websites. So FinCEN, welcome, the Financial Transactions and Reports Analysis Center of Canada, and then the Australian Transaction Reports and Analysis Center. So go to those 3 websites, take a look around, do some reading, see kind of, what's there, what they discuss, how it's organized. So just kind of take a look at those. So that'll be your reading for week 1. And then also for week 1, there are 3 videos that Dr. Monroe has put together for you: an introduction to AML compliance, fraud, computer and identity crime, and financial investigations, and then finally research skills and resources to fight financial crimes. So that is week 1. So again, there's the 3 websites we want you to take a look at for your reading, and then 3 videos to take a look at. And then next week, we will discuss risk analysis and anti-money laundering. So that will be for week 2. So I think those are the main areas I wanted to go over. So now I'm just going to do a little recap of what you need to do this week, because I know it can sometimes be overwhelming the first week. So as I mentioned, you want to take a look at the course roadmap, look at the syllabus, watch the Introduction to Financial Crimes video. You want to post your social bio in the community forum. You also want to post in the discussion forum for week 1. So by Wednesday night, you need to post your initial post. And then by next Sunday, you need to post your comments and replies to other students. You want to do the reading that I talked about. You want to watch the 3 videos. And then again, optional office hours this week are with Dr. Monroe. Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. So if you want to stop in, have any questions, or just want to say hello, he will be there. And then just looking ahead, your first assignment, as I mentioned, is due the end of week 3, which would be September 23rd. So just looking ahead at that. I think that's everything. If you want to email me, I do suggest my email is under my instructor information under the course, the introduction to course. I do suggest emailing me directly. I can respond quicker. If you do it within Canvas, it's more difficult because I have to be logged in. If I'm not in front of my computer and I'm just on my phone, it's much easier to reply quickly to an email. So please email me directly at Dunawal. So it's DUNAWAL at tjsl.edu. And Dr. Monroe's information is posted as well. He accepts any questions. As he mentioned in his announcement, he has taught this course many times. He is brilliant when it comes to the subject matter. So he's available for questions as well. So his information, again, is posted on the website. I think that's it. I hope you all have a great week 1. If you have any questions whatsoever, please let me know. And if not, I will be talking to you next week. Thanks, everybody.